Peace, 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 peace. African supremacy, race first. Think black, buy black, be black.
Right.
Peace to the family, man. Welcome back to Rebels Roundtable. I'm Rebel with a cause.
Brother King R.R.Ep.
Welcome to Rebels Roundtable.
Yeah, Rebel Vision Television. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell as well, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Think Champs, Rebels Roundtable, and the Real Sisters Code. And we're working on some more shows. So you're gonna like this channel. Real talk. Get it? Real talk. What's going on though, Ken?
Nah, it's real black talk.
Real black talk.
That's right. You already know.
That's right.
What's up, brother, man? How you been feeling, man? What you been up to?
Thinking black, working hard. It's the only work that pay.
Right.
We got an event this weekend.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, what's going on this weekend, brother? Let us know.
At the Unity Coffee and Cafe joint in the West End. I'm trying to share my screen real quick. Q Butter, M.C.E, I Empress segment. You know.
Yeah, Q Buddy said he was coming down here in April, remember? He just came back to me.
Yeah. It's their first event.
Right. There you go.
We'll see that. So we're gonna be vending in there. I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Right.
You can use my table if it's like that, but they should have room for it.
Okay, that'll be tight, brother, man.
You know how we do.
What's the time? Time frame?
I think 7 until.
Okay.
You know. And then the atrium is on this weekend. So we got a lot of speakers up there.
Almost. So the atrium gonna be Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's gonna be another dope weekend, man. Just came out off last weekend, man. The UNIA High Executive Council, National High Executive Council meeting was this past weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, man.
Salute to all those brothers. So much power in the house.
Straight up black power.
And all the sisters was in there.
No all the sisters, man. I loved it, man.
Yeah, that was a powerful event. We gotta get some of those brothers on. Oh
man, told you we gonna have mom. I've been politicking with the 401 Chicago chapter, man. They supported the brother hard, man. Yes, I'm like, man, they wasn't there. All on they ain't about no like one thing, all on about 2, 3, and 4 items. No peace at a time. Both days, man.
Yeah, the umbrellas flew.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's because the real ones of us, we need the wardrobe.
Right.
So no matter what we see, we want that.
Right.
You can't show me nothing, RBG. That ain't ill. I'm gonna want that. Automatic.
Right.
So now, but what we doing tonight?
Man, we got the brother R.R.Ep on, man. You know, he out of not Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas. You know, he's an artist. He want to talk about the role of artists in the Black liberation and the Pan-African movement today. So we gonna probably tick on that, man.
Yeah, let's see. Let's talk about how conscious rap need to come and slap trap rap. Well, real quick, go get your classic Ancient Chemistry hoodie.
Oh yeah.
rebelvision.com. Then you gotta go to KNS Apparel. They're gonna hate on Khaled real quick.
Hang on, Khaled, but you
You know you
still
see
see Khaled
Khaled,
Muhammad. You see Khaled, though. That's all that
see
matters.
Khaled though. His
Yeah.
green hoodie right here. God body. Then we got the chairman. It's my show. Yeah.
I am a revolutionary. Yeah, the rise of the Messiah, the Black Messiah.
Come on, get that from Aesthetics, KNS Apparel, rebelvision.com. Oh. Salute the Red Pill and Jeff down at the Wall Street Mall. I'll take that. Yeah, I just copped this from Red.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Joint. RBG joint. And big up to Jeff for those Nat Turner shorts. So yeah, we in there. But yeah, what's the role of music in the revolution, Marty? What you think?
Push Black power, man. That's the role, period. Push Black unity, push Black love, you know what I mean? That's the role, in my opinion.
Nah, we always could go back to the beginning of hip hop to recognize how conscious it was.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know that.
That's why it was so powerful. It protected you. Although some people got rich, no doubt, but most of the music protected us.
Right. And they knew it. And they knew it too.
Now, lyricism, man. Once you break the code, now you can hear the secret double entendres, the triple entendres, the quadruple layered metaphors. There's coded wordplay and meaning in real hip hop. It's not just the words you hear. If those who know, but we need to teach that hidden language.
Right, right. It's crazy how, and it's still here. It just don't get any don't get no airplay, man. None whatsoever, man. You know, they pushing all the BS, man, all the bullshit, man. But it's still here, you just gotta look for it, man. And when you look for it, excuse me, find artists, you know, real artists, conscious hip-hop artists, or whatever, revolutionary rap, whatever you want to call it. Man, support them brothers and sisters, man. Period. Support them.
Be real enough to listen to real music.
Right.
I want to change your perspective. It's kind of easy to live under this American law perspective. You don't really got to know much. So Black people and whoever's even watching, you got to want to know more than you see. So right. You got to be bigger than the game. Most rappers can't turn conscious rappers because now you got to hold the truth up. A lot of people ain't ready for that.
We got a couple of people on the feed. Lee Clinton said music is the power and it's our magic. Yeah.
Yeah, music is magic. It's that melanin magic.
C. Hustle, what up, C. What's up, brother, man? We need an active system networking within a continent. That's true as well. That's true, but we don't really control nothing, man.
Nah, we need our own radio station.
Yeah.
Real true radio station.
Yeah.
Rebel Radio coming soon. But we need a real radio station that could never play nothing but ill conscious music.
Right.
And it's supported and all that. Because we want y'all to listen to music in your real life, not just like going on YouTube and you might check some things out. But when you in your car, when you driving around doing whatever you're doing, we want you to throw that conscious music on then. But like it's a lifestyle.
Right.
And you can have a secret lifestyle. You know what I mean? The real you gotta feed the real you, even if you in the world playing roles. Feed that real you.
Remember, it used to be a lifestyle though, man. Hip hop is a lifestyle. I know it was for me coming up. It wasn't just music. It was everything. It was your attitude, the way you live, the way you express yourself, all of that, man. The culture you lived in, all that was straight hip hop, man.
This is hip hop. They looking at hip hop.
Right.
Both of us right here.
Right.
That's because we understand the secret coding. Nah, because everybody over here ain't over here. There is a secret coding within hip hop.
Right.
Because look, hip hop, you in the know.
Yeah.
If you old school it, what's the definition? So are you in the know? Then you are hip to the hop. That's the vibration. What you was
to the hop.
But I call hip hop high intelligent power helping oppressed people.
Yeah. Helping our people. Yeah, that's what it means. That's what it means.
That's what the cracker tried to kill.
Yeah.
Real hip hop. Because he know words are weapons and you can reverse engineer thought. So he don't want us talking too brilliant.
Yeah, that's why they reversed it, man. Talking too real, man. Was was dropping jewels, man, dropping knowledge. Brothers, the M.C.Es were dropping knowledge on the mic, man. You know what I mean? Enlightening people, man. Man, they don't want that, man. They don't want that. A lot of people, so I could put it like this. I used to listen to Public Enemy. I always say this, and I used to listen to NWA. You know what I mean? So they found a way to push the NWA and bring on all this gangster stuff. You know what I mean? And now where it leads to. I'm not blaming the NWA because NWA was dope to me. You know what I mean? I used to listen to them, but that's what they They've been pushing that shit for years, man. Radio program. Listen to the music now, man. It's not. I can't even call that music, man. I don't know what the hell that shit is, man. And I can say, all them youngsters are not. Some of them youngsters could rap, man. You know what I mean? If you really listen to them, some of them could rap,
that's
but
what made me mad.
Yeah,
rap, but they ain't saying nothing.
They ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing.
High level numerals.
Right.
That's what made me mad too.
Right.
Because if he just knew more, his poetry would be a asteroid. It'd be a fucking boulder flying off a roof. You're talking about being able to put thought within a rhyme sequence. This is brilliance.
Right.
You can't just teach that. Your blood gotta have that in it. You could teach it though. You could teach it, but your blood, the real ones, is automatic. Yo, if you a young G out there, queen, goddess out there, and you writing rhymes, write your music with intention to hold up the level of hip hop. Like, it's hard to kick ill lyricism. Like, you should take that challenge to sharpen your pen as sharp as possible. Fuck that. It's too easy to write today's patterned rap. So challenge yourself. we used to writing a story, like writing a story rap is one of the challenges from back in the day. Like if you wanted to get ill, tell a story. You know what I mean? Like all the real gods.
Who was some of your? Let me ask you, who was some of your best storytellers in hip hop?
Shit, Coogee Rap.
Yeah, he was raw.
Biggie.
Cube told a good story.
Cube was cool.
Can't forget Slick Rick, man.
I was about to say it.
You can't forget him.
Slick Rick was number one.
Yeah, he was the master at that shit, man.
Melly Mel.
Oh yeah, Melly Mel was dope.
KRS-One. Jay. What's I'm gonna send them the invites. What's the guest? What is Gmail start with? But nah, come on, KRS, Biggie.
Man, you named shit, man. I agree with that. Everyone. I agree with everyone that you named, man.
It's really hip hop. Everybody ain't really going to a story form, but they're all telling a deep story anyway. But if you just isolated the storytelling, nah, that was another level you had to reach to be a real MC. You had to be
right.
A story. You know what I mean? What it start with? Oh, okay. What are some of yours?
Man, that damn Slick Rick. Gotta throw Cube in there.
I could have named 100 dudes.
Man,
MC
you know, Chuck D, man. Chuck D was cold with it, man. Man, Too Short.
Too Short.
Throw Too Short in there. Man, it's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them, man. Coogee Rap, he one of them. You named that right up. Biggie as well. He was called. Jay-Z was a good storyteller.
Yeah.
Nas.
Nas,
man. How we leave Nas about it up, man. Hey, man, I forgot what song it was, and I had the CD. I forgot which Stevie CD it was. He told a whole story backwards, man. You remember that one?
Talking about Nas.
Yeah. I forgot. I had the CD. I forgot which one. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I'm like, wow. That was so different. That was cold.
The bullet goes back in the gun. The bullet holes close the chest of a brother. Now it's back to square one. Screaming, shoot, don't please. Yeah, that's classic.
Right. He got out on that one.
Nah, Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Look, see, we naming more dudes who didn't just write storytelling rhymes, but their perspective was in story form. So real music, you gotta go in class and dissect the levels so you can really get what's being said. So that's why I love hip hop, no matter who make it. As long as they tried to make it for real, I could dissect their intention. Which is the key to listening to hip hop. Because you could dance to it, you could just let it play. But we got some powerful secret coded work. And people need to know that. A lot of artists drop sequence mathematics of thought. So it's a lot of powerful thought just sitting there on music, y'all.
Right.
Y'all talking about therapy, go listen to some real hip hop.
Some real hip hop.
Give you some jewels. You know what I mean? All the gods drop life jewels, man. It's just ill people. It's just like book writers.
Yeah.
You don't got to be famous to know some truth. So anybody can offer some power. especially if they really want to rap. It'll be in an ill sequence. So, you know, you get both levels.
Right.
Salute to the Avengers, yo, the Black Album.
Avengers. What? One of them boys hard. The boys hard. They had their album release party 2 weeks ago, man. It was dope, man. Got down there, man.
Yeah,
so they
perform
this weekend, right?
Yeah, they're gonna be performing this weekend
They performing May 6th at the Baruti event. Come on, man. They out here, man. They out here.
Whenever the brothers want to come in, anybody seen anything in the chat?
John Hargrove said he'll be on in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Salute to Ross Isis.
Yeah. What did Ross, man?
Yeah, we just filmed season 6, episode 3 of Think Change. Oh, yeah. It should be dropping any day now. Don't Up Man YouTube channel. It won't hit this channel till probably a few weeks from then.
Right.
Yeah, I catch up, man. Season 3, episode 8, I think.
Haven't just in season 3.
Still on season 3. It's because these episodes still got the pandemic language all through
it. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, if I muted 50,020 times, I don't know, man. So I have to just throw them on Rumble. Yeah, Rebel Vision Television on Rumble, y'all. All our best, our highest levels is gonna be on Rumble.
Yeah.
And all
TikTok.
The combos we can't have. Keep going.
We're on TikTok. Check out the clips, you know what I'm saying? We got a Rebel Vision television like page. Check it out. Got the full episodes and clips as well. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So check it out. You know what I mean? Check it out. The R.R.Ep gonna be on in a minute, man. You'll come on through, man.
Yeah. I watched a video.
Yeah.
It's kind of like all the babies of the 90s. We let it happen too long, yo. We should have attacked this shit already. But when the world says something, it's the snowball be so big, the effect. So only a few dudes was rhyming in the last 10 years. You're talking conscious rhyming from like 2008, 9, 10 to never stop. Only a few. The last 5 years got the little wave, maybe 6 years. And now you see everybody coming out the woodworks. So this is what we needed. We just need real music, yo.
Yeah, that's all.
No matter what.
Not only in hip hop, we need to hear some real R&B as well, man. What happened to the R&B?
Yeah, what happened to the R&B? Went from making love to a one-night stand, right?
Word.
That's what hip hop is. Salute to the God.
What's up, brother? How you be, man?
Peace, man. I'm kind of moving around so I can get in the space where I'm gonna get some light, man.
Hey, man, you all good, brother, man.
Yeah, you good.
Heard up, you all good, man. Good to see you. Finally get you on the show, man. You know, we've been trying to get you on in the past couple of weeks, but you know, shit happened, man. But you here now.
Right. Yeah, man.
Salute. Our pleasure.
Glad to be on, man.
Yeah, man. So, man, you came up with the topic, the role of artists in the Black liberation and Pan-African music You was today. What made you come up with that, brother? Froze up.
You know, so can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Got you now.
Okay. Yeah, man. So my thought process about it, you know, I know. Am I good?
Yeah, you good now.
Okay. Yeah, so what I was thinking, man, about this was, for one, I know music has always been a major part of our culture, our history. Like, Black people, man, we are music. Like, we walk with a rhythm, we talk with a rhythm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, music just oozes out of us, man. That's just who and what we are. So it's no coincidence we come up with all these different genres of music. Well, they call them genres of music, but you know, to me, I call any music where we speaking from the soul is soul music. That could be in reggae, that can be in hip hop, that could be, you know what I'm saying? If we speaking from the soul, we speaking from our truth, it's soul music. So with that being said, what's the role of music in our liberation struggle? You know, I served in the military, and in the military we had to march to songs and stuff like that. Like, so I know music can be weaponized as a tool for liberation, or it can be used against us. And so I'm like, how are we using music today to fuel the liberation struggle for our people? So that's kind of where it comes from.
Nah, I think you got it 100%. It could be a powerful weapon we use, and it can also be weaponized against us. I totally agree, which is what we seeing now. You know, this is a different world from Tribe Called Quest to, you know, Bronx drill rap.
No doubt. You know, I'm born in '79. So, you know, I lived through the era when what people call conscious hip hop was popular on the radio, like the magazines. Like, I saw X-Clan videos, I saw Public Enemy videos, you know what I'm saying? Poor Righteous Teachers, the Jungle Brothers, like BDP, like these things were mainstream. I was watching a documentary on the whole project, the self-destruction movement. The artist in New York, you know, did the song Self-Destruction. And I mean, the impact that song had, like, they came out in '89. I was 10 years old. Like, I pretty much know that the song word for word, you know what I'm saying? But I learned it at 10 years old because it was popular. So the industry has found a way to say, we got to neutralize this type of music in the mainstream and only give them one side of Black people's experience. You know, so I think the artists definitely have a role and a responsibility to create art that speaks to the time that we living in, man. So, and that's what I try to do with my music.
Nice. Yeah, we watched the video of the joint where y'all intersected, disappeared. Yeah, that shit was ill. Yeah, we need more lyricism. Let me ask this question. Why is it so hard for people to want to be lyrical? What makes today's form of music so attractive?
I would say, man, honestly, it's the money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Obviously.
the money is what people are doing the art form for right now. That's like a lot of people's primary motivation to get into the music industry, especially rap. So man, y'all excuse me. I'm just getting into the house, man. So
You good money.
Yeah. But my fault. All right. Yeah, the money, man, is fueling a lot of this, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the ignorance that we hear, to where people ain't really trying to be lyrical, is really just kind of trying to ride a wave of whatever is trending. I hate to use mainstream because that ain't where I get my mainstream of music from, man. I hate to say mainstream, mainstream, like that ain't my mainstream. It ain't mainstream for me.
No doubt.
You know, so the money is motivating. I know our community got a lot of struggles, man. You know what I'm saying? From poverty and all of that type of stuff. So, when folks was willing to pay you, 6 figures, 7 figures to make some songs, to rap, cats ain't gonna turn that down. You know what I'm saying? But one of our great ancestors, I got his picture up on my wall right now, Amir Baraka. He said, the artist's role is to raise the consciousness of the people, man. He said that, I think, in about 1970, man. So I don't take that light. Like, you got to be raising the conscience of the people. We got that obligation. I can't act like I don't see what's going on with my community,
Right.
and not take action, man. So that's where I stand.
Mr. John Hargrove in the building.
So, Brother John.
Who the other brother? Irvin? Eshmel?
Eshmelek.
So, brother.
Peace to the God.
Please.
You on mute.
Peace. What's going on?
So, Brother John Hargrove, man, how you doing?
Chilling, man. Listening to the conversation. Good conversation that y'all having in regards to, I guess, the legacy of hip hop, the evolution of art. Music art for our culture and our community. So I'm just listening in right now.
Yeah, we still got a few more questions. A lot more. With some of the artists that carved your sword for you, who inspired you growing up?
You talking about me or the brothers?
Well, the brother.
Okay.
Yo, that's a good question, man. I mean, from the stuff that my parents listened to, man, like, I was 15, 16 years old, man, spinning Al Green records in my room. Like, I would listen to Marvin Gaye in Parliament, Funkadelic and stuff, man, as a teenager, man. And I'm talking about in the 90s, because I heard the rappers during that time was sampling this stuff. So I wanted to know where it came from. Right. So when I would play this stuff, my mom would be like, oh, that's one way. That's switch. That's the time. That's such and such. So I would go and seek them artists out to listen to it. I'm like, oh man, y'all was grooving to this day. I'm like, that was the mix. So it helped me to have an appreciation for the art form. But as far as like hip hop goes, like, I mean, Ghetto Boys inspired me, man, to NWA, like, it just run the gamut, man. Like Tribe Called Quest, Dead Prez, like, yeah. I didn't listen, 2 Live Crew all the way to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just love hip hop like that, man. But as far as my artistry, like what's inspired me, like, the album by Boogie Down Productions, Edutainment, that's like one of my top 5 albums ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Philosophy. Philosophy hard, man.
Yeah. Also, Ice Cube album, Death Certificate, man. That's them 2 albums right there really, you know what I'm saying, really kind of hit your soul. Yeah, man. So that's been a big inspiration for me.
What's your writing process?
Man,
that's so part of shit.
Yeah. So, man, I don't know if I got a set writing process like how I started off, man. I used to just write to music that I would hear on the radio. So I didn't have no instrumentals, nothing like this. So I would hear a song that I liked on the radio and I would just start writing. I just fill up front, back page. You know, I ain't know nothing about no hooks, none of that. I'm just writing.
Yeah.
And you know, it morphed into learning how to format a song and stuff like this. So, you know, I've also did production. So I produced, I made beats for about 15, 16 years.
Okay.
And so having all of these beats at my disposal, you know, really helped with my process with writing. So I had all this music, man. I mean, I'm sampling it off the records, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to stay as true to the hip hop form as possible. So, you know, I go to the pawn shops and just go buy records and sample straight off the record and make my own beats and get to writing. So
Nice.
yeah.
True M.C.E right there.
That's your rap partner. What's the name, brother? Irvin?
Yeah.
Y'all rap partner. How did y'all like start working together and doing songs together?
You on mute, bro.
Now he on mute. It's something with his mic.
Yeah, something wrong with his mic.
Because he just muted up. I can see it now.
Yeah.
Good.
Can't hear you, bro.
You answer the phone, brother R.R.Ep, so you get it together.
Yo, so how me and E linked up? E was part of an R&B group, so he's actually like the singer of our group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he had been doing music, you know, way before I got into it, man. And him and the other brother that's a part of our group said, you know, my brother, he just had surgery, so that's why he wasn't on today. They brother-in-laws, so they, you know what I'm saying? So me and Said was a group first, so we was just M.C.E. And he was like, yo, I got this brother, man, want to sing some hooks. And he brought him to the crib. I'm like, yo, I've been doing this since I was a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of how we linked up, man. And but we linked up on the music, but the consciousness that we all shared in different perspectives, man, really helped us to link as brothers. You know what I'm saying? So we all family men. We all got women, children, you know what I'm saying? You know, so that's kind of where the perspective we keeping it from, man. Like, we brothers in every sense of the word, and we're artists as well. Like, we all draw, paint, murals, graphic design, the whole nine. So
That's what's up. We gonna get some work from you. Y'all do graphic designs and all that?
yeah.
Yeah. We gonna speak off cam on that.
For sure.
That's what's up. How long you been doing that?
Man, honestly, I've been drawing all my life. Like my pops has been screen printing since like 86, 87. So my pop's like 70, 71 years old. So that's kind of like our family business. So I was doing artwork for my pops at like 12 years old. So I've been drawing designs for t-shirts. I started my own t-shirt line, 720 Sagewear, back in 2008. So I started hand painting shirts. So I've done screen print, the vinyl, the whole nine. So
yeah, I seen your work on social media, man. You got some nice gear, brother. Got a nice apparel line.
For sure. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I gotta support it.
Yeah.
I saw your comment in the comments. You said I might as well plug my brand. 720 Saves, right? That's my man.
Yeah, you got some dope gear, man. You got some dope gear. For real.
That's what I did with Mental on there, man.
Yeah. Salute the Mental.
Yeah, brother, Mental son.
Yeah, man. Yeah, creative brother, man. We kind of crazy. Mental was doing like the Vegan Hood TV when he was out in Brooklyn. So we didn't know each other. I was watching his videos and stuff, man. I found out about United Front, and he was kind of hooked up with them. I started listening to United Front in like 2009. Fast forward a couple years ago, he ended up moving to my city. You know what I'm saying? And so we've been linked up ever since, man. Crazy.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, you get you now, brother.
Oh, nah, introduce yourself, brother.
Okay, I'm E. Ishmaelek Malekia. I'm the E part of M.C.E. Yeah, like the brother was saying, yeah, we met a while back. They were already doing their thing, and brothers was coming hard back then. They were coming hard way back then, but somewhere along the line, we feel like we needed I guess a virtuoso in the group, someone to bring the melodies out to the ladies, because it's all love, right? It's all love. It's black power, black love. It all goes together. So, so we decided to add my element into what they already had going on, and we've been doing the damn thing ever since. But I do agree, like what he was saying earlier about the brother that saying about how music supposed to raise us up and stuff like that. I can't recall what brother he quoted, but I always like to quote Lauryn Hill, and I'm really not sure if she's in the conscious community, but I believe she is. But she in one of her songs, she was like, "Music is meant to inspire. Why doesn't it take us higher?" That was one of her quotes, and I always remembered that and knew what my responsibility was as an artist, is to take our community higher through our music, because music is universal. It's like mathematics, universal.
Man.
Yeah, nah, Lauryn Hill was dope, man.
She said with us.
Yeah, shit, man. We need some Lauryn Hills of the day. Well, I'm looking for them. Where y'all at?
We missing a Lauryn Hill. We missing a Lauryn Hill.
That's a fact.
Real.
Yeah.
No, the soul is gone in the music, man. Ain't no more soul in it, man. You know what I mean?
Well, I was born in '65, so I'm probably older than all you cats. And so all the influences that y'all heard, I was there at the beginning, of this whole hip hop game through
Right.
10 Years of Love, George Clinton, all them. I was there in junior high school when this stuff come out. But we're in quite a pickle now, because with everybody trying to recycle the old school stuff, they are really distorting it. They're distorting the old school stuff. They giving it a meaning that ain't gonna last, versus the original music. Like he said, he went back and he wanted to know the source. We need to get back to the Marvin Gayes. We need to get back to the Sam Cookes. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to love being back in the music for black love, black power, man. Brother OB can tell you how. It's not by accident that we went from. Hold up, let me show you.
Bro, for go get some records.
It's no accident that we went from this to MP3s and shit. The vibration ain't the same. The vibration is the same. The meaning is not the same when you put that and you hear that.
Right.
It's the same. It gets you in that. The energy is not the same. There's a reason why they changed all that. But of course, the artists back then were different. They had, some of it was encoded. Some of it was encoded with black love, messages to the people and stuff like that. But for the most part, man, this music that they're call themselves recycling now, it has no substance. It has no emotional content.
Right.
All the things that it has nothing. The relationship factor about this music now is, I'm gonna get mine, you get yours. It's like that versus a real solid connection with people. So that's what M.C.E is trying to bring back to it. Even though it is rap, we are rapping and You know, we doing like the Fugees. We doing like the Fugees. You know, the Fugees. They had Lauryn Hill. She could do both. You know, she was.
Right.
So I'm saying just that is the element that's missing from our music now. Even if you is rapping, even if you is a rapper, I mean, we got to bring that back. We got to bring that back. If we want to save our people, we got to bring it back because it's through the music. It's through the music, because that's what the one thing that moves our people.
Yeah.
Get a good bass line, get a good drum line, and we hook.
Yeah.
We hook. And so we got to get back to that. We got to bring that back to our people. We got to be gentlemen again. We got to be scholars again. We got to be all these things that we laughed at our parents. We laughed at our uncles. We laughed, you know, for them trying to protect their queens and stuff. You know, it's amazing to me that some women now, they don't even want you to open their door for them. It amazes me. You know, it amazes me that they want to be that independent, that self-sufficient, you know, that they don't need love like that. And of course you need motherfucking love. We social animals.
Right.
We social people. I mean, we social creatures.
Right.
So but music is the way. That's the first step. Music, then our agriculture, then education. Now, I don't know which order, but I know them three tie in hand to hand. Music, what we're eating, what we're listening to, and how we treating our queen. Our education, what we learning about ourselves.
All right. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a few of the brothers and sisters that's on the live feed. The General Shaka Sankofa. So, brother, we got the brother Abdullah, Chicago 421 chapter. What up, brother?
401.
401, yeah. I said 421, yeah, 401. I'm about to say 401. We got the brother C-Dot. What up, C-Dot? C-Dot Hustle. And E. Clinton in the house. Appreciate y'all, you know. Listen to the feed. Yeah.
Hip hop. What y'all think about the drill rap? Because that's straight like murder rap. Like, look at the level of hip hop.
Let me touch on that real quick, because that kind of goes back to, I've been wanting to chime in since before I got on, but again, the word I use is the evolution of hip hop, and right now we're just talking about you know, the genre, you know, or the class of rap and the music aspect. Whereas I know hip hop extends to graffiti, breakdancing, MCing, and DJing, I believe are the four levels. But in regards to the music portion of it, we gotta go back, you know, and look at how it started in its inception, and how it became what it is now. Hip hop, when I think about it, I was born in the 80s, just to give y'all a heads up, but hip hop is one of our forms of music. The other would be, you know, we dabbled in country music, we dabbled in rock, but we've had a big push in R&B, the blues, and the other would be gospel. And all of these have their own characteristics of expression. They play a part in expressing the overall Black American struggle. Hip hop, when I look at it, is the most aggressive form of all of those forms of music. When you look at gospel, blues, R&B, hip hop is the most aggressive. And when it came about, when it started, it was more so bringing the people together and articulating the struggles that we went through and what we needed to do to get out of it. Throughout its evolution, one of the things that popped up that I can think of in my history was gangster rap. You know, we talked about NWA. You know, we're here in Atlanta. We got to acknowledge trap music. Also, you know, it evolved into mumble rap. And Rebel, you talking about drill. All of these are degradations of the original form of hip hop that instead of us working together and articulating our struggles for a united oppressor, the other forms begin to make us competitive with each other. You know, specifically with gangster rap, you know, in West Coast. But everything after that, and what you're talking about now, drill rap, it's a degradation of the original pure form of hip hop, and its main form of attraction is violence to each other. You know,
Right.
how violent you can be to your neighbors, and that's what makes you more and more of a prominent drill rapper. Is, you know, the fact that you are doing these things in real life and then speaking on them in the studio. You know, and there's a direct correlation between what you're saying, who you're talking about, and what has happened to these individuals in reality. But in my opinion, you know, a lot of things that have evolved from the pure form of hip hop, as we allow, you know, others to come in, the Jewish community and so forth, to come in and start to profit from this art. It's changed the direction and it's changed the motivation to make it what it is now, and drill rap being one of those examples.
Yo, let me add on to that too. Like the drill rap, like you said, it's like an evolution of some of the stuff that was being done in the 90s. Like
Yeah.
I listened to artists like Esham. I listened to artists like Brother Lynch Hung, Gangsta Nip. You know what I'm saying? Like these artists was rapping, they called it horrorcore back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Today, when you speak on the drill rap, like a lot of these artists, you know, some of them are talking about actual stuff. They naming names and all of this stuff. So it's kind of like I gotta add some more shock value to it. You know what I'm saying? So if I have done something in the street or some of my folks did, then we gonna call their name on the song. But if this type of music was talking about doing something to white folks, it wouldn't be no drill rap today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Say that again.
It wouldn't be no platform, because they would have been if you had a population of us who was going around and knocking them off. Oh man, we wouldn't drill rap. What's that? We wouldn't even know that genre exists, because they would have been took these cats off the streets.
Right.
But that goes to show you, you know, that there's someone behind the music that's pushing this and promoting it to be what it is and to be as self-destructive as it is. You know, because like you said, if we did utilize it in a revolutionary way, it wouldn't be promoted the way it is.
No doubt, no doubt.
And the revolution is not going to be televised anyway, right?
Right.
That's what they say.
That's what it is. I mean, we see what we already seeing who's on our stuff. I mean, the devil's always watching us anyway. So, you know, anything that propagates the destruction of our people, they're going to jump on it and they're going to promote it. They're going to put money and finances behind it. And I mean, we see what's playing on the radio and what's not playing on the radio.
Exactly.
So, you know, there we go.
And, you know, just a slight, not to change the subject, but as you good brothers were talking about, you know, the sampling aspect and, you know, how that encouraged some of us to go back to the origin, but modern day, they don't really do that. A song that was coming to my mind is a very popular song right now by Coi Leray, if y'all have heard of it. Coi Leray is the daughter of Benzino, and that's kind of how she got fame and is able to do her work. But she's got a song out right now called, I think it's The Player or The Players. Check it out when you get some time. It's very, very popular. but it uses a sample from The Message. I forgot. Is that?
Hey, you know, I heard that song yesterday. I was at the gas station and somebody was playing. I'm like, the beat. I know this beat, but I'm listening. I'm like, yeah.
But what she has done to the song completely goes against, what the origins of the song was about, and that's part of the deterioration in my mind, or when I think of the evolution, it's more of a deterioration of hip hop due to, in my opinion, the forces that are behind it, that are pushing it, that are financing it, and trying to make money off of it, going back to, the Jews and so forth. But that's just my opinion.
That's a good observation, though.
Yeah. But yeah, we gotta go back, man. We have to reclaim this form of artistry, and use it for our benefit. Right now, we've allowed, we basically lost control of it.
Right. Yeah.
Fighting to get it back, but it's an uphill struggle. And it's not going to be easy, but we have to continue to work, and we can't just give up on the fact that they took our art from us.
I mean, it's not our own anymore. It's like any other culture, once they got their hands in it, they can make it whatever they want to do, like the powers that be. But we can't go and assimilate Indian culture and try to make Indian music or even Native American. We can't even go around saying, hey, we can't even do that. Right. We can't even do that, even though we know what the roots of that is. Mm-hmm. Even though we know what the roots of that is, so once they got it, I mean, now it's just like we have to come up with something else. We have to come up with something else, or because we're so ingenious people, another way to repurpose what we've already done. I mean, damn, these M&Ms and I can't even think of all these other ones. I really don't try to keep up with them.
It's a bunch of them now.
Yeah. A bunch of them now, but we allowed that integration, that assimilation. We allowed that to try to fit in, not us per se, but the people that's supposed to represent us allowed this shit to come in.
Well, I mean, I would say it's us. We play a part. Well, somebody mentioned the word, like we lost our souls when it comes to the music. And when I heard that, the thought that came to my mind is we sold out, and that's a double entendre. We sold as in, for the profit, for the financial profit, but we also lost our souls, in this transfer of ownership. We literally gave them the keys to, one of our forms of art that has the most potential in regards to it's an educational thing, but it's a subconscious, it's an unconscious form of education, And it goes
further than that, brother. It goes further than that because music is the key to the soul. Also, we know that certain peoples on this planet don't necessarily have souls.
Yes, sir.
But our music was a key for them to get into to claim some part of a soul.
That's true.
I don't know if y'all probably seen the movie, the Temptations movie back in the day.
Right.
So you remember the artist Paul, right? And the group was talking about crossing over, and Paul was like, "Yo, no, we just need to stick with our black audience." You know what I'm saying? Right. That really stressed Paul out. Paul was on the back of the bus drinking milk. You know what I'm saying? And it led Paul to drinking, man. He was out of there. Like, that drove Paul crazy, man, because he didn't want to cross over. You know what I'm saying? I multiply that by, like how many artists went through that to today. It's to the point to where now the goal is to sell out. That's the goal. You ain't trying to make music for your people no more. The goal is to appeal to these white folk because they the one who can paying the checks.
That's that's deep what you're saying, because think about that, when they're going on tour and all that stuff, what are they trying to do in each of these cities or each of these stops, wherever they have a venue? What are they trying to do?
have an agenda.
No, it's something specific. What are they trying to do when if you had an event at Phillips Arena?
You're trying to sell out.
Sell out, exactly. You want to sell out everywhere you go. And that's actually what they're doing. They're
Right.
selling out.
I mean, they sheep to the slaughter. I mean, I mean, it's just like what you're saying, bro. But it all comes at a price, and the price is sacrifice. And I mean, it's not coincidence that all these younger cats are just being killed and murdered.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no coincidence.
Yes.
I mean,
once they get,
go ahead.
I listened to I was reading an interview from Aretha Franklin, and you know she was very instrumental during her time with helping the civil rights movement, organizations and stuff like that. And they asked her like, why did you do this? And she was like, yo, I got to this status because of my community. So it's only right that I give money back to my people to help us to help push our efforts to help liberate our people, whatever direction that our people are trying to go with, you know what I'm saying, during the civil rights movement. So she was helping fund different things that was going on, but she said she was doing that because her money came from the people.
But we can't really say that nowadays, because a lot of when we look at the hip hop shows, the who's attending the events, who's actually buying the music, it's not our people anymore.
Right, it ain't us.
Man, they always stole from us, man. They stole rock and roll, they stole jazz, everything we put our hands on. They stole.
It's partly
that's what I was gonna say. That when he was like when he was naming out the foundation, the foundations of what hip hop is today. I wanted to add that I feel like that rock and roll and jazz was a part of that too.
Yeah,
because, it wouldn't be no Elvis Presley without us. It wouldn't be without Chuck Berry. It wouldn't be without James Brown. It wouldn't be. Yes,
sir. But we again, like, when I think about when I go back into history, and we don't have any video or audio from this time, but one thing we have to understand, one thing that I can process through, we can make a connection through our DNA and go back to transatlantic slave trade. As our people were coming over here, music has always been, as a brother said, part of our soul. It's not only inspired us to do things in the future, but it's also helped us to endure the things that we're going through. So throughout the transatlantic slave trade, I can imagine brothers and sisters on that ship, if not singing, at least humming, something that reminds them of who they are, the level of endurance that they have, and the ability to survive. Once we got here, to my knowledge, one of the first things that they took from us was the drum. So we and when we think about the plantations, a lot of the survival throughout these hot days in the sun were done through song. Was done to allow us to maintain that endurance. Not only to maintain that endurance, but I look at our music similar to I want to say, I think it was in Brazil or something, but as a form of martial arts known as capoeira. But it's basically, it looks like a dance, when they're doing it, when they're practicing, it looks like a dance. I think Haiti used it, but they would just, when white people are looking at them, they would think, oh, that's just a nice dance. But when the time came, when the call was made, those dances quickly transformed into fighting moves. And the same thing with our music. It was, it was a way to guide us, guide the path of the North Star to help us get out of the South to the North. A way to connect us, to our family, through these songs about, where we came from and the environment that we came from. That's how we remembered things. But, and that evolved into what I know as hip hop in the 80s, well, not the 80s, I'm sorry, but in New York. It was about, like I said, that subconscious form of education, so, it's a great song that I like to think of, and this is not as old as some of the other songs, but Nas, If I Ruled the World, that was a planning song. It's if we ever do get into position, what will we do when we are in that position? And that's what, music and hip hop was aspirations, to help us continue to push forward to achieve the goals that we're looking for. But it has deteriorated to, as a brother, somebody said, look what I have now, look what I'm trying to get, it's just material consumption, but it's not about any type of movement or progress as a people.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we cannot deny the power of music. And like you said, music has aided us through suffering, even through the civil rights, even during slavery. Like you're saying, music has kept us together. Damn, I lost my train of thought. I come back.
You're right, but even with civil rights, like a lot of the marches and things like that, if you really look at it, listen, they're chanting songs, they're chanting melodies. So it allows us to endure.
So now I remember what I was going to say is that, the power of music, how it transcends so many different environments. I'll just say like that. So like Brother Obafemi said, he'd been to the he went to the military. I briefly served in the military myself. I remember doing basic training. There were certain songs we had to march to. I remember I've been in prison on Whole Squad. Certain songs we had to march to and beat and get that damn grass with. Fighter pilots. Before they run, they do their attack run. There's certain songs that they would play. So yeah, music, it can take us anywhere we want to go. So
it's I think of it almost, because you mentioned the word soul. It's a spiritual connection. I'm not gonna say it's like God, but it is similar, to where they knew that there was a connection between us and the music that we listened to, music that we played. And when they separated that, it's almost like separating us from our God, but it definitely, we took a hit as a people. And, with the modern day, we're allowing them to continue to be behind the scenes. It continues to keep us away from or disconnected from that power source that music used to give us.
Straight poison. It's destroying the youth. And it's everywhere now. It's even in commercials now. You can hear the little trap beats and all that. It's all in the instrumentals. If you look up how to even do music, you're gonna run into today's mathematics. Not so many sample levels be up at the top. So you got to know what you're looking for now. Everything crowded with the algorithm.
I mean, we're the ones that exploit it. You can't. I keep seeing, like on Facebook and on social media, different social media platforms, that you can download or buy all these softwares and programs that allow you to tap into the black sound. But I have yet to see any software or anything allow me to tap into anybody else's sound. They are capitalizing off of us, we're big time.
Yeah.
Who's out today? Who's in the mainstream that represents certain degrees that we talking about? Is there anybody even in the mainstream spitting power?
I have a hard time naming anybody in the mainstream that's on a revolutionary type, but we do have lyricists, very good lyricists, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, I would throw them out there as great lyricists, but I'm struggling from a revolutionary standpoint, somewhat of like a Dead Prez type. We don't really have that anymore. I don't see it, at least. Well, more so underground, I would say. Brothers you bring on,
Underground, yeah.
yeah, the underground brothers are still doing it, but they got to be careful because, when I think of underground, you can fall into the conscious hip hop category, and conscious hip hop it has its place, but conscious hip hop can seem to come off as just intellectualizing what's going on, but not necessarily providing any solutions or bringing people together to correct what's going on. But those are just my opinion.
You hit something on the head, man. The whole notion behind conscious hip hop. Like, I remember we had a show one time, man, and the host brought us on, and he was like, "Yo, so I got this positive group coming out. You know what I'm saying? They real positive, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking upside his head, like, bruh, like why are you doing this?
Yeah.
So in hindsight, I'm like, yo, since you introduced us as positive, are you going to introduce these other cats as negative? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't doing that. So you automatically already fixing people's minds to what positive is. So if you got a negative idea what positive music is, like it's soft, it's weak, or whatever, they ain't trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So and then the second thing is, you have artists, like you talking about the conscious artists. You have people who can be lyrical and talk about conscious stuff in their songs, but they ain't doing shit in the community, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't doing nothing conscious. They just talk conscious stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I said, yo, no, we rapping about stuff that we do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't like people say the studio gangster, we ain't studio conscious. We like, this is part of the lifestyle that we live in. You know what I'm saying? We just putting it on record, man. So yeah, I wanted to make that distinction. Like, we ain't studio conscious.
That on the T.
Even the word conscious has been misused and kind of abused. But I'll say this, and then we'll go back to the discussion. But because we work in the Black revolutionary space, but conscious, we got to break it down. Conscious, a person can be bedridden and be conscious, to where they have no physical responses within their body. They can move their eyes around though, so they're conscious. And the thing I think about, from that aspect, when I bring it into our space out here, in the world, the white man basically has his foot up the black man's ass, and being conscious is just saying that that you have the white man's foot in your ass. But if you're not doing anything about it, that you're still conscious, but you're not doing anything. So I think it was brother, what's the brother name? Khalid Muhammad student out in Virginia, got the little farm, military brother.
King Samir.
Samir, yeah, King Samir.
Yeah, Samir.
I think he's the one that I got to give him credit, because he talked about not revolutionary but retribution. So we have to go beyond just being aware of what's going on and have some active input into correcting the wrongs that are being done to our people. That's my comments on conscious.
True indeed.
But yeah, we're on the way, my brother. It's a slow grind, it's a slow push, but we have to stay focused, we have to stay dedicated, we have to stay committed. One thing I have to throw out there, and y'all should be aware of it, but Brother Tut, with the RBG Music Fest, that's something, that he's been doing for a couple of years here in Atlanta that highlights, some of our underground revolutionary minded artists. So we have to continue to promote these brothers. We have to not only, promote them like outside of just ourselves. We need to be promoting them on our social media, supporting them, and making them successful. Because like we said, the thing is, the minds that we're fighting for is the next generation. And we have to show them that there's a way to achieve the goals that they're trying to achieve from a financial standpoint outside of, what's known as mainstream hip hop, outside of, the drill music, the trap music, the self-destructive forms of entertainment.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying, but man, I even had to say this, man. I don't see it, man, because the white people is the one that's putting this shit out there. How can we stop that?
Well, we can't. But one thing we have to understand, like in this, we just got to understand this, like when it comes to the bag, because that's the thing that everybody's chasing right now. The bag in the Black community, it's going to be a very long time before that bag can compete with the bag in the white community, so there has to be an intentional sacrifice, to where you could say, hey, if I go over here, I could make $10 million. But if I don't go over here and I stay in this community, I'm only going to make $10,000. Man. But you have to consciously, pursue that until that $10,000 grows, and it may not ever hit the 10 million, but maybe it'll hit 1 million for the next generation to have a tougher fight. They're not just looking at, oh, it's only 10,000 over here and it's 1 million over here now. But it's a process. But we got to do it, my brother. Like, what's the alternative? Just give up and let them have it?
You said a mouthful. You said a mouthful about the sacrifice, bro. Because and this ain't like, yo, toot your own horn type of stuff, man. Like, yo, I could have taken my artistry to do that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I've been writing, I've been doing this for over 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, I went down that other stream, and you know what I'm saying? Things was happening, and yo, some said, yo, you gotta go in. When I met M.C.E, actually, man, you know what I'm saying? I listened to this brother's first album, and he from Chicago too. His shit, like, I said, bro, this way I gotta be doing this shit full time. Like, I've been putting little jewels and gems in my stuff, but yo, shit is full time, this, bro. I'm like, yo, we gotta do something together. So we end up doing our first M.C.E project. So Knowledge of Self Volume 1, like, boys wasn't expecting it, because the stuff that I was doing prior to that, I mean, it was just on some straight hip hop type stuff. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just gangster. It was some street stuff in it. But yo, I said, yo, man, you got to use this for your people. Like, and if that comes at the expense of sacrificing, yo, I can ride around in a Rolls Royce, all that, like, that stuff I ain't really messed up about that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't pull up where I stay in a Rolls Royce. It ain't happening.
That's real.
Them niggas gonna rob me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't happening. So that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not my goal. My goal is, I had a 14-year-old little girl come up to me one day. I performed for the New Black Panther Party one time, and I had a 14-year-old girl come up to me. I performed a cappella, man. This little girl came up to me and said, I like your lyrics. Like, I like what you do. Bro, hearing that from a 14-year-old girl say this, she ain't heard the beat, she just heard the words I said, man. You know what I'm saying? That's payment for me.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? That I got the attention of a 14-year-old, man. I'll be 44 years old this year. You know what I'm saying? So that's payment to me that I said something that made a 14-year-old girl listen to, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about, cars and chains and selling. I ain't talking about that. So, that's payment for me.
And I agree, but we need more brothers to understand and sisters to understand or to see value in that, because when you compare the two, if you say, hey, your music, you have a chance to influence a young 14-year-old or 13, 12, 15-year-old that is of your race, or you go out here and get this 20, 30,000.
Yeah.
Most of our youth are going, yo, man, I'll come back for the 14-year-old. Let me go get this money real quick, but they never come back. They end up getting lost in that system.
You're right. You're right.
It's crazy to me because, man, Public Enemy had the bag. Chris Parker had, BDP had the bag. That's what I'm saying. What the hell happened? You know what I mean?
Well,
that's what I'm talking about. It's just mind-boggling to me. But really, man, really is mind-boggling to me.
But I think the bag changed in my understanding, my history, and y'all gotta, check me. But I feel like the bag changed with NWA.
But I don't even blame NWA, man. I can't blame them, man, because back in the days, it was a balance. You could listen, like I always say, you can listen to NWA or you can listen to Public Enemy. Now everything is just all the same thing. There's no balance. There's nothing. It's crazy to me, man.
We went through a period of time to where, as hip hop was evolving, we talking about, especially in the 90s, hip hop was still very regional. So, when I heard rap from New York, it sounded a certain way. When I heard rap from Memphis, it sounded a certain way. When I heard rap from Los Angeles, it sounded a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Music now today, especially rap music, is homogenized. It's like a machine. It's like an assembly line that's producing like the same type of sounds, the same person over and over and over in a different city, in a different state, but the content is still the same. That don't change. You know what I'm saying? So we grew up in a time to where I think that the industry recognized what Public Enemy, what those type of groups, the potential that was behind it. Like when Death Certificate hit and the riots happened out there in Los Angeles, shit, we ain't heard no conscious stuff since then on the radio, really. Dead Prez was probably like the last group was mainstream that we heard. We heard it's bigger than hip hop. When Stickman said who shot Big, yo, we ain't heard nothing like that on the radio in 25 years, man.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think you hit it on the nail with that, man. Hey, brother, what part of Chicago you from? What side of town you from?
Now, the brother that said, the one who not on, he from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Southside.
South side. Okay, yeah, I'm from the south side.
Gangsta Disciples.
Four Corner Hustler.
Four Corner Hustlers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you got your colors on.
Where y'all music be at? Or what platforms y'all music be on?
Man, on all streaming platforms right now, from R.R.Ep, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube. You can pretty much find our music anywhere, man. It's crazy. There's another group. I think they've in the UK or something, man, got the same name. So when you look at our music, it's mixed in with their albums. You know what I'm saying? M.C.E. So it's a group. They a group too. Named M.C.E. I think they from the UK, but they ain't doing what we do.
Right.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can definitely find our stuff on like I said, iTunes, all of that. So If you're looking for us on YouTube, though, you would type in M.C.E. Soul Music, SOLMUZIK.
Yeah,
So that's all.
I'm subscribed to y'all page, man.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, y'all try to make it to the RBG Festival. When is it? June, the end of June?
End of June, yeah.
Yeah, the end of June, y'all planning on making it down there, brother.
And we gotta see what we can come up with, man. I want to. The past couple years, the RBG Festival was on the same day as the Race First rallies.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm one of the organizers here of the Race First rally. So, they've been going on the same day, man. So
Yeah. I think you hit me up a couple of years ago, man. Or was that last year?
Yeah, I think that was last year. Yeah,
last year. I was telling you, man, we be doing a Pan-African Caravan, and it's like on the same weekend.
Okay.
I think Race First Atlanta on the Friday, man. I can't even do it, brother, man.
Yeah.
Then we had the Marcus Garvey Festival the weekend after that. I see August, we be tied up, man. That's a heck month.
Yeah, the first week is probably the only week we ain't really got nothing going on. We're gonna change
the first week. Yeah.
We moved the rally this year to July, because August, with Black August, it's just a lot going on in August. Pushed it back to July this year, man.
Yeah.
We ain't want to have no conflict with all the other stuff that's going on too, So
that's funny. But hey, that's good though. Shoot, give us more, more exposure. Like, we need to have something pretty much every weekend, and we can't expect the same groups to put on something every weekend. So I respect it. Let us know when, and we on board.
For sure.
They I know they do the Race First rallies like in different cities. Everybody, y'all still on the same page as far as everybody going to July?
Yeah. So this would be the third year. So Baltimore kicked it off that first year in 2020. That was the only city. And then the following year, I think we had like maybe 5 or 6.
I know you had a lot last year.
Got to be the 4th year. This got to be the 4th year, because we didn't do it the first year. So the second year we did it, the third year. So this would be the 4th year.
Okay.
So we do the rallies on the same day at the same time, no matter where you at. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to coordinate, man, and just showing some solidarity, man, across the board.
You connected with they got people. You in Atlanta or what? Where you at?
I'm in Arkansas.
You know anything about what's going on in Atlanta around that time, or do they got Atlanta group yet?
So last year, there was a brother who was one of the organizers in Atlanta. I can't think of his name. They got a long name on Facebook. It started with his Zahir or something like that.
Oh yeah, man. I know that brother. I know him, man. We interviewed him. I met him a couple of months ago, man. It's a good dude, man. I know him. He be doing like books exchanges and stuff. Yeah. I know you're talking about. I'm gonna get up with the brother, man. He's supposed to be spearheading.
Yeah, he was the organizer last year in Atlanta, and I think he ended up having to change venues like the day before. So I don't think the rally happened in Atlanta last year.
It did happen. I remember. I remember you hit me up. It did happen.
Anything happening in Atlanta, we gonna know about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to be engaged so we can support.
I'm gonna hit that brother up, man. If you want, see if you want to still, I'm have one down here in Atlanta. See if he still want to do it. I don't want to like put it out there because I might, you know what I'm saying, could fit with something else I'm doing. But I'm down with the movement, though.
Yeah, for sure.
With the movement. Yeah.
We really just. It's like we already know there's brothers and sisters across the country that's doing the Race First work.
Yes, sir.
And so we just, we ain't trying to get nobody to relinquish their organizational structure or any of that type of stuff. We just saying bring the organization into the help push race first. You know what I'm saying? So we working to have a national race first conference in 2025.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be at Morgan State.
That ain't okay. Baltimore.
Morgan State, Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna get back to the music. I did want to ask one other question on race first. Do y'all
Sure.
talk about Dr. Tony Martin's book?
Yeah, we do. We talk some about Tony Martin's book. We do talk about the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey. What we're working to do is to take some of those ideas and principles and define what race first is, define some like 10 principles that go along with this. So all of the organizers are on the same page about when people ask what's race first, we all solid on the definition. You know what I'm saying?
I urge you brothers to use Dr. Tony Martin's text as a critical foundation. If we are using that phrase that has been it was coined by Dr. Tony Martin. So, if we are coming up with a definition for a term that has been out there, I would hope that we will rely on the work left behind by our elders as part of that foundation.
I got you.
All right, but yeah, music, the art.
Same thing.
Yo, man, I don't know if you was finna ask a question. So as far as, man, when I think of the music and we talk about liberation, there are some fundamental things I think that needs to take place. One of those is using music more in our, I would say education. When I say education, I'm talking about starting off with like pre-K programs to the elementary schools. We have to find a way to utilize music. That's one of the ways that we learn the most, especially Black people. Like, we learn through rhythm and repetition. That's why a lot of the hooks that we hear are very repetitious. They might say the same word over and over in the hook. Like, so we learn through rhythm and repetition. We learn your ABCs. A, B, C, it's a song. You know what I'm saying? You might even know how to identify the letters, but you know the song. Mm-hmm. So finding ways to use music to reach our youngest is, to me, the catalyst for change. We got to get to the youngest generation as possible. So I'm talking about, if we got to start creating some RBG nursery rhymes for the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to speak to the youngest generation, because if they start getting it in it, as their brain starts to develop, those first years of life are very critical. What that child learns and what's embedded in that child's head is very critical. So we can start reaching the minds very early, especially with this music. We got a much better fighting chance versus you catching on to it when you 30, 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? You mad as hell that now you done found out that all of this shit that you done learned was wrong now.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to turn it around. Like, no, let's feed the babies early.
We definitely can't reinvent. We trying to repurpose what's already out here for us. As far as nursery rhymes, we definitely can't do that. We need to have our own. Nursery rhymes is one of the first things we learn, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and Hush Little Baby, Don't Say a Word. We need our own. To me, they need to be based off the Sankofa symbols, because each one of those symbols has its own story to tell. So like Brother Ober said, it should start with the so-called nursery rhymes, but I feel like they should be based off the Sankofa symbols, because each one of those symbols has its own unique history, has its own unique story to tell, that they can tell, and they allegorical. They have allegorical stories to them, just like nursery rhymes. Each story is each one of those nursery rhymes is an allegory for something greater, for a deeper mystery. So yeah.
Sure.
Right.
We just got to be innovative, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we the most creative people on the planet, so we got to be very creative. What we may not have as far as economic resources, we got in intellectual resources. You know what I'm saying? I said, we the most creative people on the planet, man. We have to find ways, innovative ways to reach our people. And we have to learn how to use some of the tools that's available to our advantage. Like, for example, AI is, artificial intelligence is making a lot of moves, man. It's a lot of, we got to find out how to use these type of things to our advantage, because they're not going anywhere. Just like we learn how to use these phones and these platforms, we got to use the technology that's available to our advantage, or learn how to backwards engineer this stuff so now we can control those narratives of how these things are being used. You know what I'm saying? So we got, I always tell my brothers, man, it's a lot of work to be done. We got work to do. We got work to do.
I agree.
Right.
I agree. But one of the steps that we've missed, I'm a Garveyite. Garvey teaches us the greatest weapon used against our people is disorganization. So we have to work together, come together, and organize our people in a collective body. Because some of the things that you mentioned, re-engineering things for our own benefit, we are doing. When you look at the two richest Black people in the United States, let me see, Robert Smith is one of them. And the other one, I forgot the guy's name, but both of them are in technology, so both of them are doing these things for a living and making quite a bit of funds doing it. But I don't believe that either one of these brothers are race first. I especially know Robert Smith is not race first. That's just one caveat that I'll throw in there, is we have to be organized, because some of our people are doing it, but not doing it for the benefit for us collectively. They're doing it for individual personal gains.
True indeed. True indeed.
That's the problem.
But yeah,
Because there's a lot of black people out here with a lot of money, man.
yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Why can't they put their money together to start something even for the communities and for the kids? Because they believe in individualism.
Yeah,
they are for themselves, period.
yeah.
There's no collectivity, man.
That's the only thing that, there's no other explanation for it. But
right.
When we look at our athletes, our entertainers, we talk about music and things like that. And we got to throw some names out there: Jay-Z's, the LeBrons. We don't need $1 billion, and that's more than just two people that we can name. All we need is a few million. So to them, I'm not gonna, let me not count people's pockets, but I was gonna say to them it's not that much. But if we can get 100 millionaires to donate $10,000, I wouldn't think that that's a lot to them, but to an undeserved community, that means everything. Not only is it literally providing resources to those in need, but it's also encouraging the next generation to do the same thing, and kind of break that cycle.
It's kind of you know, and not to negate what you say, it's kind of hard for me to say like our celebrities, because we don't make them celebrities. The Black community don't make our people celebrities. The white community they take people from our community for people to celebrate them. So then they no longer belong to us no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they're bought from us.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying on the back end, but their talents are being developed in our communities.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
And then once they reach a certain level of development, yeah, they kind of transfer over to the white community and become a
like we fatten them up in at the house, and you know, we put them on the block, you know what I'm saying, the auction block, and hey, white man sold highest bidder, like, yo, come on over here. We got a deal for you.
Yeah, I mean, but I still agree with that process. I just don't agree with that mentality once we switch over, because we do have to continue to pour into our youth, like a lot of I'm from Virginia originally. I mean, I'm from Virginia. So when you look at a lot of our athletes, especially our best athletes, Allen Iverson, Michael Vick, these brothers develop their skills in free community organizations. They didn't go to, the top, athletic scouting programs and things like that. They develop their skills in the community center, so we do have to continue to feed into our people this way, but there has to be a connection once they do become quote unquote successful. What keeps them tied to the community, and what promotes them or motivates them to put back into the community. I think that's where we gotta, tighten things up a little bit.
I agree with that, brother. Definitely.
That's definitely a problem. I mean, because we see so many of these Black athletes and Black movie stars and Black, not all of them, but the vast majority of them are married to white women.
Yes, sir.
Or white men, and they have children by these people. And so guess if they die in some unfortunate accident, the money is not coming back to us. It's coming to the children. It's going to the white wives, the white husbands. It's not coming back to us.
Right.
But again, that's something that we have to, I say it comes from organization, but it has to be a redefining of our values and our culture. Me as a Garvey, I know that Garvey's it hurts my back, but I know Garvey teaches that to marry outside your race is an unpardonable sin, especially if you are a wealthy person of our race, because exactly what you said is what happens. Everything that you earn, everything that the community put into you goes to those that we've been fighting against the entire time. So, but that has to be internalized amongst each individual person. That race first mentality, that race first ideals.
True indeed.
But yeah, we still have to. We got like Embiid. I'm becoming a fan of Joel Embiid. I didn't. But his thing is trust the process. And when he was young and a rookie, I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna make it in the league with that trust the process mentality. Like you better do something. But look at him now. You know what I'm saying? He's soon to be reigning MVP. We have to continue to pour into our people. Basically, we can't stop doing that just because a majority of our people have sold us out once they become successful. That's not a cause for us to stop feeding into that process. But we got to tighten things up.
Tighten it up. If y'all had to tell a young artist something, what would y'all tell them?
Good question. That goes to the artist. I ain't no artist.
Artists.
What I would tell a young artist or somebody that's trying to get in, Man, continue to learn about yourself. Understand your strengths and your weaknesses, your vices. You know what I'm saying? Like all of those type of things. Anything that can be used against you, is probably it probably will be used against you. So just the more you learn about yourself, you'll know what you need to be working on. Like I'm not talking about your talent or your rhyming skills and stuff like this. I'm just talking about your personality, what type of person you are. Because we can be easily exploited for not too much. So that's my advice. And the second thing would be to learn what you can about the development of the industry that you're getting in, and how you can maneuver in different ways. From, you may not be making songs that get on the radio, but you may make jingles for a company. It's all kind of ways. There's other things that go on behind the scenes that a lot, everybody not gonna be that rapper, but you may be good behind the camera. You may be good at engineering, beat making, graphic design. Like that's still being a part of the industry. So that's one of the things that we've been doing, and I've been doing as an artist, is just developing myself in other areas. Like, yo, I know how to write rhymes, but yo, can you engineer a session? I may not be the best engineer, but learning how to do some of this stuff ourselves, like photography, the video, conducting interviews, from being a host to a show to being interviewed, like all of those things are part of the industry. So, I would just say, try to become as well-rounded as you can in that industry.
Like that. Yeah.
Brother E, what you got?
No, he summed it up. I mean, that, and respect, and respecting those who came before you, and I think that's it. I think that's it. What he said, and respecting those who came before you, who have laid the foundation, and even if they wasn't that long ago, it's still people who inspire us all that we meet in our lifetimes, who we can show our respect by honoring what they have taught us, and showing us the principle of things and stuff like that. Yeah.
No doubt. One more time, where can we hear the music? What's your YouTube channel?
So you want to check out M.C.E music, check out M.C.E SOLMUZIK, M.C.E Soul Music. Yeah, soul as in SOL, like the sun, soul music.
SOL, okay.
Yes, soul music. MUZIK. M.C.E Soul Music. That's our YouTube channel. My personal YouTube channel is 9 Obafemi. So I think we all got personal YouTube channels, but yeah. We also do a podcast ourselves called Soul Speaks. Yeah. So we got episodes from our podcast as well on there, interviews, live performances, the whole nine. So it's all on our YouTube channel.
All right. We're going to definitely follow after today. No question.
I'm already following them.
For sure, man. We're going to share the show, man. Man, we definitely appreciate y'all brothers' work, man. I just be hunting, man. And then when sometimes the colors will catch me, then I gotta listen to the content, because everybody who rock the colors ain't about that life, man. So
right.
We had to talk about that a couple weeks back.
Yeah,
like everybody who RBG ain't true to it.
Right. Yeah, man. So I definitely appreciate y'all brothers' platform, man. I've tuned in to a few of the shows, man. I be having a lot going on, so if if I can turn it on, I'm gonna tune in. So
That's right.
Appreciate
Appreciate brother,
that.
man. Appreciate y'all, man. That's straight up, man.
Yeah. We gonna start a radio station. It's okay we use your music.
most definitely, man.
It's on now. It's on now.
Oh yeah, we got some music that ain't even hit it yet. It ain't even been released yet, and it's phenomenal. I'm telling you.
I can tell. We can feel that vibe. No
But yeah,
question.
that's Brother Rebel, that's part of the solution. Building our own institutions to promote this content, but not, BET did a great job in its time, but at the end of the day, they sold out too, so
Right.
it's a tough thing. It's a tough fight. History does not show that, it will, we really don't have a lot of signs of success, but I think we can at least learn from the failures and what we've done wrong in the past.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Y'all got the last words. Anybody got the last words for the brothers? We definitely gonna check y'all music. I've seen a video. Saw one of them. Y'all got bars. Y'all really making some little music. So we gonna check y'all out a little more deeper. Listen to all y'all joints.
Appreciate it.
We just I just dropped the video like maybe 2 days ago called I Got It. It's a solo track I did. So yeah.
We're gonna link I Got It. We're gonna put all y'all joints under the video so everybody can see. Just link up real quick.
Yeah.
For sure.
So now, man, thanks for coming through, brothers. Thanks for staying MCs, really. Because that's a dangerous job, I could see. It's like a spy in this world. They don't want you to exist. So big you guys up for even existing through the whirlwind. Because like you said, you could have easily took the money and then made all other type of music, but you knew we needed you. So salute to that.
Thank you.
And I want to hear your music, man. Like I say, man, just thanks for existing. Because a lot of MCs stopped being MCs. And, they add to this game don't move how it move unless some high level MCs is behind the scenes. So people helping Drake, come on. You could have been making a lot more other music with that.
Yep.
But the levels of MC, they used a lot of us on the low. So there's a lot of avenues to get money with that pen. But salute for y'all for existing, man. M.C.E. That's the name of the group, right?
For sure. Yeah, M.C.E.
Yeah. What it stand for? One more time.
That's the name. I used to go by the name Magnum is my rap name. Said is the C and E, Eshmelek. So we just kind of used our names, man. I had to drop the Magnum, so
It's written.
I just used Uncle Femi. So
it worked out perfect. But yeah, everybody go look up their music, man, and support. And anytime y'all come to the A, we wish y'all.
For sure, man. We gonna
we
yeah, we gonna definitely link it up, man.
Word.
Take our way down there.
That's what's up, man.
For sure.
Thanks to the brothers for coming through. Y'all want to give y'all info out real quick? Waldo, John, everybody can just give out their social media and we out there.
Yeah, check me out on Candace Apparel on IG on Instagram. Check out SunGoddess_Sense. Yeah, that's one of the newest tees, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, we are, man, we are here just that's what I see, man. Black empowerment, black power, man. period. Yo,
Okay.
check out Shelly _ M.C.E on IG. Specializes in scented, your natural skincare. You know what I mean? Check out Sun Goddess Sense Facebook page as well. And you can also go to the website on ShellyMCEProducts.com. That's about it.
Brother John, President, UNI ACL Division 421. You can reach us on Facebook, YouTube, UNIA Division 421. You can reach us cell phone 678-631-9404. Main thing here to support the brothers and promote some of this good music. Race first,
Right.
family.
Race first.
Race first. Rebel with a Cause, Rebel Vision Television. Like, share, subscribe. Rebelvision.com gets in the gas footwear, ancient chemistry clothing, and we everywhere. This weekend we gonna be at Tassili's tomorrow night with Q Butter, The Avengers, I Empress segment, M.C.E. So everybody come through. Tassili's in the West End. M.C.E. Soul Music. You're gonna look that up. Brothers, thanks for coming through, letting us pick your brains. Thanks, like I said, man, MCs, we need more of them. Let's save hip hop.
Real MCs.
With us, no doubt. Salute to y'all brothers for doing what you do, man. And y'all welcome back anytime. Anytime. I got some new music come through. It's wide open. Much respect.
For sure. Salute.
All right, Kings, get out of here.